On the night of April 2nd, 2020, I was sitting outside, and being a sky watcher my whole life, I started to see things in the clouds, which I have many times, but nothing that would be remarkable like this. I've seen John in my third eye a lot. He's manifested a lot in different things, but never in the sky. So as you can see, there he is. At first, I didn't know what I was looking at. I knew he was there, but I didn't know what I was looking at. And you may not even be able to see it too. I know it's hard for people to see these things. That's why I'm drawing it out. I've never used Photoshop. I draw it out with contrast and light and dark, all that structure. This is what I saw first on the eastern part of the sky. I saw him just like I would see him in my third eye. See him, he's manifested like this many times with the glasses or that 1967 look that he had. So I knew he was there, so I took the picture, took screenshots, took the video, and then later on I pull it out. I call it my psychic investigation, where I pull it out so that it's clear you could see him. Because if he took the effort to show up, then it's my job to pull him out of the picture and really make it clear for others to see. Because I know this isn't just for me to see, which is why I'm writing the book, Spirit in the Sky. John's biggest message is that he's not dead. He didn't die. He's still alive. And also the other thing is he had many past lives, many, that influenced his life as John Lennon. And so here's, this shot right here. Like I said, at first I didn't know what I was looking at. And when I took screenshots of this, as the clouds shifted, there were so many versions of John that he showed to me. Like here, it looks like an old snapshot of him from a past life, from Victorian, wearing a top hat, spectacles, the same stance, face, everything. I think he carried a lot of that energy to his life as John Lennon. And here, again, let's say him spectacles, kind of that little smirk on his face. I know it's hard for people to see, which is why I try so hard to bring it out. And that's like a side profile of him with his glasses and his nose. But this one is, the next one is remarkable to me. This is the one that I really was basing what I wanted the book cover to look like, or just the big part of the book was right here. This is John. You see, there's a tree branch. That's him, right here. That's John. This very sort of 1966 Beatles look. But also I can see his past life, his the energy. We live in a world right now of chaos. And, if he's trying to send any message to all of us, it's that life does go on. Miracles exist. This life that we're living here on earth, it's not the only existence. And here it was the next day, so probably the same energy. I was watching The View, and I knew again that I was seeing him behind that light. This is the guy on TV's being interviewed, and I could see John in my third eye. I knew he was back there, and then the light started doing this weird anomaly thing, which happens in my house a lot. I'm having lights, electronics do this stuff all the time. TVs, he loves to mess with my TV. And at one point I took a screenshot and I drew it out, but first just watch. Look, it gets really bright. That's John making himself known. And by the way, he loves The View. He loves the show. And so I started to draw it. I took a screenshot and I drew it out. I drew it out some more. No Photoshop ever. This is just contrast structure. I can go on Instagram. I can get the structure to come out to make it more grainy. And if a filter helps, yes, but no Photoshop ever. And here we go. You see it's pulling him out. That's John. Yeah, I mean, here's where I really saw, I could see that he was back there. Now this is him. I see him in a teacup, right? That's like his face, sort of like Penny Lane type of glasses, the mustache. And then when I look closer, I see what looks like John on the cover of Abbey Road. And beard, side profile, white suit, the stance, the shoulder forward. And I'd make a comparison here. And there he is. It's Abbey Road. And if you look closer, there he is. There's that nose, the eyes, the hair, sideburns, beard, everything is the same. So, yeah, and this is my favorite because it's him. And that's amazing. Now, how did he do it? Light, energy, thought. Um, he just wants the world to stop focusing so much on what's the physical reality of the world and that we are spiritual creatures. Oh, and okay, here's the last thing. At that last shot, there was a bird that did loops and then flew straight up in the sky. I slow it down here. And I knew that was John because John loves to manifest as birds too. He very much loves birds. And in fact, he wrote a couple different songs about being a bird. That's him. That's him as a spirit, and which I think is just beautiful. And it flies straight up into the sky. He makes sort of an infinity symbol, and they straight watch. And there it goes. This one shows sort of a 1700s Victorian. It looks like an old photograph, a memory of a photograph. I draw it out with structure, contrast. It's him. I mean, it's just him. You can believe it or not, but it's right here in front of your own eyes. To me, these are brand new photographs of him. This is how he wanted the world to see him. This is how he wanted me to see him. I think it's amazing. And that's why I'm writing the book, Spirit in the Sky.